Yeah, welcome to another edition of the Wrestletalk show. I'm Ralph Williams, and yeah, I got some NWO for you. One of my favorite factions as far as wrestling goes, I think, was the NWO. And the, what was it? The Aces and Eights wasn't a bad one either in TNA. I thought they actually were a good faction. We're going to have a show, Smokin Jim and I. We're going to talk about some of the best factions in all of WWE, AEW, WCW, wherever. There were some big, great factions over the years. I think that would be an interesting show, but we're going to try to do that as well. And but anyway, you need to do this. This is what you need to do. All right. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to hear it in a couple of minutes. So here we go. All right. Here we are. This is what you need to do. You didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Yeah, that's it. It's me. Better call somebody. Call your friend. Call your cousin. Call somebody. Get him here. Get him here. Watching Wrestletalk right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X platforms, the Kick Network, and we're also on the Huddle Sports Network as well. I'm Ralph Williams, your host. Smokin Jim Frazier is not with us today because he had a prior arrangement, and Smokin Jim will be back on Tuesday, and we'll be back on Tuesday as well. We're here today because Smokin Jim and I both had prior obligations. My wife's birthday was on Tuesday. I want to wish her a happy birthday as well, and that is the reason why we didn't have our shows, and that's why it's today. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studio, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. And we're also sponsored by Mike Dotson Realty. And there you go. There's Mike right there. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, 410-596-1681. Call Mike today if you're interested in any real estate in Ocean City, Maryland. Please give Mike a call. That number again, 410-596-1681. Rentals, real estate, 20 years in the business. He knows his stuff. Get a hold of Mike Dotson. Tell him Ralph Williams sent you. All right. All right. We're also live on Facebook if you want to comment, if you're on Facebook watching. In fact, I'm going to find out right now who is on Facebook watching. So let's go and check that out before we get started with the show. All right. So let's get this done. See what's happening. So, all righty. Nope, not live yet. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, it's all right. Sometimes it's just not live yet. Oh, there we go. All right, now we're live. There's a little bit of a delay here. There we are. All right. Okay, let's get started here for a minute. See where we're at. All right. Okay. Well, I'll be on Facebook for a little bit. My battery's dead on my phone. I didn't bring my charger in here, so that's on me. But anyway, all right. I don't see anybody on Facebook anyway, but you can respond on YouTube if you would like as well. All right. I want to thank everybody for watching today, and all right, let's get started here. What a great weekend for wrestling. It started out Friday with the Great American Bash. I watched a great match between Ricky Saints and oh gosh, jeez, what's the heck's that kid's name? Wow, I keep getting brain farts all the time with some of these guys. So yeah, I keep getting brain farts with some of these guys. Happens every time, so we're gonna find out right here, right now, the guy's name, and I'm trying to remember it. I know it was Ricky Saints, formerly known as Ricky Starks. All right. So, let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see. NXT. All right. Interesting. All right. Oh man, I can't remember the kid's name off the top of my head. Wow, I know Ricky Saints was involved in it. So let's see what we got with that. All right. Ethan Page, that's his name. Or Ethan Cage, yeah, Ethan Cage. The Ego, yeah, there we go. All right. So they had a great match. It was a no disqualification, no holds barred kind of match. Great match. I thought it was the best match of the night. Trick Williams still won the TNA belt championship. Okay, now he holds 2 championships. Okay, all right. Ethan Page holds the North American championship. So Saturday night's main event. Bill Goldberg had his final match, and he looked slow. He wasn't moving as fast. He's 58 years old. I know he was trying to. This was his last match. I wanted him to win, but I told everybody as soon as the ring announcer was done with the introductions, he needs to do 3 spears in order to win, and he did. Okay. I knew Gunther was going to beat him because Gunther is a great, respectable wrestler who knows and has a lot in his repertoire of moves, submission moves, and everything else. Okay. So Gunther beats Bill Goldberg. Seth Rollins loses to LA Knight. Yeah, let me talk to you. All right. Ralph Williams, let me talk to you. Okay. And LA Knight got lucky. And sometimes in any sport or anything you do, it's better to be lucky than good. I'm not saying LA Knight's not a good wrestler. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that he got lucky. Seth Rollins hurt his leg, and now he has an MCL problem. And it looks like he's going to be on the shelf for a while. He has up to 1 year with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Rumor has it he'll be back by WrestleMania or something, and he'll cash it in and win the title. Okay. I know that's not fair, but sometimes circumstances are what they are. And this is not a creative move. This is not a storyline. This really happened to him. Okay. So Paul Heyman, as you saw him on Monday night, will be carrying that briefcase around like he owns it because Seth Rollins will be out of action for a while. Maybe he'll be around the locker room to give advice to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Okay. Well, let's get back to. I'm going to do all the matches here, and then I'm going to give you my opinion of them. All right. Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso. Who would have thought? And again, I wanted Jimmy. I wanted Big Jimmy, but I knew Solo was going to win because he had the cheat factor involved, big time. Okay. He had the cheat factor involved. Okay. Bottom line. Okay. So Solo wins. He's now the new U.S. champion. All right. We'll talk about Raw later on. Lots to talk about today on the show. We're here till 5:30. And we'll try to squeeze everything in. Plus, I have a few announcements of some local events going on in Western Pennsylvania. Some independent wrestling events. Let me tell you something. Those events are just as good, if not better, than some of the WWE events and some of the, the cost is not that much. A lot of families go there because they have kids that they like wrestling, and it's more personable. You can actually be like ringside almost and only pay like $20 for a ticket. All right. All right. Next, one of the last matches, or that it wasn't, but it close to it. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. McIntyre and Logan Paul in his corner, who I can't stand, and Orton had Jelly Roll in his corner. So they win the match because Jelly Roll was chasing Logan Paul, and then Drew McIntyre got distracted and and dropped the ball. Randy Orton won with the RKO. Now it's set up for SummerSlam. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan, who I can't stand, Paul, versus and Drew trying Drew McIntyre. Hard luck, Drew McIntyre, in a tag team match. That's going to be interesting for SummerSlam. Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Gunther, we don't even know who his opponent will be yet. Actually, we do now. It's CM Punk. Okay. All right. And I will say that I was right. I called it. I said it. That Seth Rollins and Naomi are the two most dangerous people in the WWE, and you didn't believe me. I was right again. And I'm right a lot. Okay. I'm right again. And again. And again. All right. But that was my opinion. But that match, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, I thought that was a really good match. And it was great to see Jelly Roll there. But I don't know if he belongs in wrestling. He's a country western star, that kind of thing. And I know what you're telling me out there. You love Jelly Roll. Good. WWE had to do something to get some publicity going. So now they got both Logan Paul and Jelly Roll in the 2-night spectacular. First time in a while. All right. First time ever, actually. SummerSlam's 2 nights. It's just like WrestleMania. WWE's trying to squeeze blood out of a stone, But anyway, that match was all right. I knew Solo was going to beat Jimmy Uso. Just too many factors involved here. Too much interference, too much everything, too much BS. I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling, although I wanted Goldberg to win, I had a feeling that Gunther was going to beat him. He has more experience in wrestling. And Bill Goldberg is 58 years old and he's slow. And the last few matches that he's had, he's lost. Okay, so you think about that for a second. All right. Seth Rollins, LA Knight. I like both guys. I'm a big Seth Rollins fan, always have been. But it was nice to see LA Knight win. Get at least a measurable, a measure of revenge. But not to worry, because Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to be around running all over the place trying to take everybody out still under the rule of Paul Heyman. All right. Let's talk about Evolution. Rhea Ripley, boy. Ooh, if I'm her, I'm pissed. But now she's going to fight Naomi. And so is Io Sky. It's going to be a triple threat match. WWE lately has been busy with these triple threat matches. I guess they're trying to be fair, more or less. Okay. You got another one for the Intercontinental Belt. I think it's ridiculous. Well, actually, no. Lyra Valkyrie, I think it's going to fight Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. All right. But that triple threat match, Becky won. And I knew she was going to. I suspected Jade Cargill would get a measure of revenge against Naomi. Okay. And she did. She won. So I sitting there going, ooh, wait a minute. Jade took out Naomi. She's not going to be available with the briefcase. And I was wrong. But I did predict it was going to happen. I said that Naomi's one of the most dangerous people in the WWE with that briefcase. And nobody believed me. Okay? And she cashed it in. But I was wrong on that one. I actually thought she was going to be so beat up from fighting Jade Cargill, she would not have the strength or the time to run out there with that case. But it happened. She recovered. And it happened. Now she's a new women's world champion. Io Sky got pinned. Rhea Ripley got screwed again. Okay. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, they got lucky. Sometimes, again, it's better to be lucky than good. Cheating again, playing games. I've been saying this for a long time now. Adam Pearce should be fired. He has no control over his show. None. Nick Aldis should be fired. He lied. He said he was going to crack the whip. I don't see no whip cracking. You let your show get out of control. All right. How about last Friday? Wyatt 6 now, tag team champions. Okay. I expected New Day. I didn't expect New Day to lose. I really didn't. Okay. To the Wyatt 6. Well, I'm sorry. They beat the Street Profits. I'm sorry. All right. I didn't expect the New Day to lose to Judgment Day, who now has all the gold imaginable, just about. Okay. So Evolution was good. It was great to see that back. All right. I didn't expect Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez to regain their titles, but they did. All right. Charlotte Flair has to be pissed because her and Alexa Bliss came in. I had them as the favorites, other than the Kabuki Warriors, to win that. Didn't happen that way. Okay. Nothing in wrestling ever happens the way you think it is. It always happens something else, some other way. Okay. All right. I watched the NXT Championship. That was a good match. Okay. All good matches for Evolution. They need to continue that. They took it away for a little while, and then now they brought it back. All right. It was the perfect thing for the WWE to do, but it was a great weekend for wrestling. AEW, MJF now. MJF is #1 contender, and he has that clipboard, just like Christian Cage did, and now he controls his own destiny. He could cash that in just like Money in the Bank and go up against Hangman Adam Page. And Hangman Adam Page won the world title against Jon Moxley in a Texas death match. Finally, I'm hearing stories now that Jon Moxley could be on his way out. I'm hearing there's contract issues and a few other things. Okay. If he comes back to the WWE, rumor has he's going to team up with Roman Reigns and they're going to do another Shield, but it's going to be different. I'm hearing CM Punk will be part of that Shield. I'm hearing Jay and Jimmy Uso. I'm hearing another one or two of the cousins are coming for the Aloya family. Okay. A lot going on in the WWE, a lot of storylines, a lot of different things. AEW, the Hurt Syndicate won their belts back. They have no competition. For real, they don't. FTR maybe? I don't know. They are a powerful faction, the Hurt Syndicate, right now. Darby Allin is back. All right. Who competes against Hangman Adam? Swerve Strickland. Him and Will Ospreay beat the Young Bucks, and now the Young Bucks had to give up their EVP position. All right. Christopher Daniels is the #1 EVP. These guys were behind him. All right. They're not going to be treated like they normally are. And they're acting like a bunch of babies. I watched it. Okay. AEW did a pretty decent job with this pay-per-view. They didn't have 600 matches and it didn't get boring this time around. All right. Dustin Rhodes won the TNT championship. And the only reason he won that was because Adam Cole had to give a belt up because he's hurt again. He's got a series of concussions. So there you are. There's everything. TNA is continuing they did a bunch of tapings in Pittsburgh. I know that for a fact. And so they're doing like ROH now. Okay. AEW is doing the same process. They're making all their events in one place, and now they're back up in New York at that whatever Hammerschlag or Hammerstein Hall again. Okay. All right. Before we wrap things up here on today's Wrestle Talk, I'll be back on Tuesday with Smokin Jim Frazier. Check this event out, KSWA Wrestling. You have 5 p.m. on Saturday. That's next Saturday, July 26th. All right, at the Olympia Park in Mount Washington section of Pittsburgh. All right, so head out there for that. Do you have any ticket prices or ticket questions on ticket information? The phone number's at the bottom of the thing here. All right. All right. Let me see where we're at here. That was the matches from Evolution. Imagine Wrestling is having an event this Saturday, July 19th. Bell time is 7 o'clock. It's going to be in, it looks like Aliquippa, PA, on 5th Avenue. All right. Go check them out this week. Imagine Wrestling in Aliquippa. Check out the banner right there. I'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. And I'm working on getting some more stuff on as well. Back to getting, as I mentioned in the Sports Corner show, I'm back to getting myself back together in my media stuff here. Be getting guests back on the booking machines. Gonna be back up and running pretty soon here. Reason being, my move was not as great as I thought it would be. Things are not as good as I thought they would be here. Things are just a little bit tough. But that's what happens when you make an investment, you own a house and that kind of thing. So we all know how that is. Okay. All right. What was your thoughts this week on the pay-per-views? Did you like them all? Did you think that you didn't like them? What's Saturday night's main event? How about Friday's Great American Bash? All right. Okay. How about that? All right. Does anybody really know what time it is? Yeah, I do. It's about time for me to wrap up here shortly. But I want to talk with you about the triple header of Ralph Saturday, every single Saturday. The triple header of Ralph Saturday. All right. We start off with the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno show every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. And on 12:50 a.m., The Answer, PGH.com. We got the good, the bad, and the ugly of Mayor Ed Gainey of the city of Pittsburgh. So we'll be talking about that as well. And then right after that, at 10 o'clock a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X platforms, also on the Huddle Sports Network and on Kick, the Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Leo Haggerty, our guest this week, Brian Pettit once again, and Pensman Sports. All right. All right. And then last but not least, for Saturday, the triple header of Ralph, 2 to 3 p.m. Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. We break down what our thoughts will be on the second half of the Pirates season. And also, I have a nice rant about Dan Serafini. So listen in this Saturday, 2 o'clock, and every Saturday, 2 to 3. The Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Steelers training camp and a whole lot more, all coming up this Saturday, 2 o'clock p.m., 12:50 a.m. The Answer in Western Pennsylvania. And online again, 12:50 a.m. TheAnswer.com. All right. For Pittsburgh, TheAnswerPittsburgh.com. Excuse me. PGH. PGH.com. That's the right one. Or go to Google and scroll down to Radio Stations USA after you pop up 12:50 a.m. And you can listen to it for free. Just pop the arrow and you're ready to listen. All right. I'm Ralph Williams. This has been Wrestletalk. Great being here with you today. And talk with you again on Tuesday. Have yourself a great one and please be